At first glance, it seems like a completely normal world in Terraria. But there is one catch. In this world, no new NPCs will ever arrive, the day bloom or regular slime will never spawn, and the sun will never rise. Because this is a world without day. So I enter the world, chop down a tree, build a shelter for the guide so he won't die, and turn on the night, which will last a total of 40 hours. And yes, this is journey mode, but gentlemen, hold your crap to yourselves. In this mode, I can control time so that day never comes, thanks to this little button. Also besides stopping time, I can speed it up and even switch its rage from morning to night. The latter will come in handy for triggering Lantern Night and the Blood Moon, summoning bosses, switch moon phases, and completing the Angular quests. So almost right away I turned it on Master Mode. In Journey Mode that's possible. Right from the start the first problem was the lack of light. However, it was solved fairly quickly by the zombies and the slimes that spawned here. By the way, I started my playthrough with these resources. You may ask me what the bloody tear is doing here. Well, it's simple, since I didn't know if I'd be able to trigger a blood moon in this world. Spoiler, I can, but it won't be of much use for my playthrough. After lining up my spawn, I went down into the mines, mining some iron and stone, and crafted a workbench, a furnace, and an anvil. Then I fended deeper and found my first chest, which contained the disappointment of my mother that I'm doing YouTube instead of lab. Just kidding, in reality it had... Okay, it had a bent over generation. Going even deeper, I found a mushroom biome, and in its chest there was all of this. After that I was gently hinted that I should leave the mines and fly into the sky, and there I was not welcome either. Well, then it was time to expand my territory. Heading to the right, I come across a cave with several chests. In one of them, I found my Hermes boots! Also to the right there was a desert and the crimson. Nothing interesting. But on the left, I found a jungle, which I needed to craft Stormchakra crown and the blade of grass. And yes, until her moment, I decided to play as a melee character. Since for the start, it's the best class, but in her mode, I'll change my choice. So, that's not the focus right now. At the moment, I'm dying from it and a little fart in my direction, and the jungle is off limits for me. Now I'm back to the mines to gather gold and life crystal. And here it is, my first heart. And now I'm going to read some facts about gold and hearts, so your parents won't say that you're just rotting away on the internet. The first traces of gold mining date back to the first millennium BC in Egypt and Mesopotamia. Only about 200,000 tons of gold have been mined throughout human history, and all of it could fit into a cube with sizes of roughly 21 meters. Alright, I mined enough gold for a chainmail and greaves. Also, while I was in the mine, I decided to gather some cream tan and crafted the blood butcher. And while I wasn't successfully trying to reach the jungle, I noticed one thing. Guys, where is the falling star? There should be a million of them here. Maybe it depends on the moon phase? Actually, no. The appearance of falling star depends on whether time is moving or not. If time is frozen, they won't appear. But now we are heading into the sky. In the skies, I found this, and this. Alright, let's head into the jungle. There are newt stingers, vines, jungle spores, and loot from chests, and of course life crystals. And while I'm farming all these resources in the background, guys, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment to promote this video in recommendations so that I can finally get monetization. Thank you, and we continue. So, since I still haven't run out of footage of resources gathering, I'll read you some more facts about heart. The common heart symbol looks nothing like the real organ. Its shape most likely originated from drying of living leaves or the seeds of silphium. By the way, in ancient times this plant was used as an an aphrodisiac. The human heart beats about 100,000 times a day, pumping roughly 7,500 liters of blood. Alright, I craft a boomerang, a helmet, and a sword, and head off to fight my first boss. And the first boss I wanted to kill was the brain of Cthulhu. So, build the arena, summon it, and this. Honey, I was not finished speaking.
Dormammu, I've come to buy.
Hello, do you believe in God? All this fight I lost not because I am noob or had too little heal points. The main reason was something else, the lack of proper arena, the shield of Cthulhu, and most importantly, buffs. You may ask, why didn't I use them? The answer is simple, it was hard for me to get not only debuffs, but also herbs. After all, in this world the Dryad can spawn, which means I can't buy plunder boxes, so I just didn't want to invest any buffs or herbs on such an easy boss. But enough talk, it's time to face the Eye of Cthulhu. The arena is ready, the summoner's item is in hand. Editor, roll the epic music. And what an unexpected surprise from the Eye of Cthulhu treasure bag! I got the Shield of Cthulhu! No way! No! Okay, let's go finish off this rank. But before that... Okay, build the arena and let's go! So, before killing Skeletron, I like to take care of a few important things, such as finding all the NPCs that can spawn in this world. Among them the Git, the Angler, the Golfer, the Stylist, the Tavern Keep, and the most important, the Golem Tin Kicker, as well as the mechanic after Skeletron's defeat and the Wizard in her mod. Also, I want creating a few way to travel across the map, taking a tunnel down to hell, and make myself the best preferred mod melee set with the sword and boomerang. So, from the first alone, I first decided to set up fast travel across the map. Since pilots are practically unavailable to me, I headed into the desert in search of the magic gong, and as a bonus, I could also find the golf. But before going into the desert, I stumbled upon a little hole, where I found the enchanted sword! Yoo-hoo! Okay, digging down in the first house, I immediately found the boss statue, so the chest had nothing important to me. Same with the second one and the third. Then I found the golfer, and to keep him from dying, I took him home with me. While I was here, I decided to expand my dormitory a bit, and after finishing the construction, I went off to find a few more floating islands. Spoiler, there was nothing interesting on them. To finish my journey, I made it all the way to the ocean, where I found the angler and a couple of pretty useless chests. After that, I climbed to the highest point on the map, laid down some tracks, and started building a railway. Once I reached the jungle, I realized my heal points were still way too low, so I went back into the mines. There I found a couple of chests, one of which finally had a lava charm, and eventually I stumbled upon a spider biome where I met the stylist. And then the worst happened. 2 whole hours of gameplay didn't get recorded. So everything that happened, I have to describe with my fully geared up character. In the mines, I found the skeleton merchant. After switching the moon phases a few times, I managed to buy the magic lantern from him. Then the goblin army spawned, I defeated them, went back into the mines, and found the goblins in Kicker. Finally, I upgraded my boots. After that, found a few more horns crystal, mined some obsidian, built a farming arena where I activated the bloody tree and managed to get the money trouch. I eventually dug all the way down to hell. Such amazing gameplay. And it didn't get recorded. So sad. So, with the help of the lava charm I found earlier, I mined the hellstone. And while mining, I read you some cool facts. Dogs are considered the only animals that can intentionally smile at humans. In Japan, there is a tradition of enjoying the blooming of cherry blossoms. This celebration is called Hemeni. People simply gather to appreciate the beauty. In Scotland, the official national animal is the unicorn. Around 2 trees are planted every second worldwide, and this number is growing. And the last fact, even on a cloudy day, the sunshine is 400 times brighter than a full moon. Okay, crafted the hellstone bars. And from those I crafted sword and boomerang, the imp staff and armor. Using random teleportation potion, I ended up in the desert, where I eventually found the magic can. And the last thing I want to do before the battle with Brooke, I suddenly felt like upgrading my boots to frostbite boots. So I went to the tundra, found ice skaters there, then headed into the jungle and found the vine bracelet. And finally, taking the long forgotten iron from my chest, crafted the frostbite boots, built an arena, finally used the poison, and let's go, time to destroy the skeleton. Alright, real quick before hitting in, I want to craft some King Slime summoning items. And let's go to the dungeon! Seriously, there was a crimson altar here? Okay, whatever. Actually, I don't need much from the dungeon. Only building table, mechanics and the Muramasa. And the table is already here. And I even found the mechanic. I bought the fishing rod from here and found a chest that had water walking boots. And the only thing left for me to make the Terraria boot is the obsidian rose. So most likely I'll get it before killing the wall of flesh. I smash a pot and get from him golden key. Open the chest and take the Muramasa and an obsidian key. Then I go home, place the skeleton statue. Boom! Grab all the swords I need and craft the night edge. Yoo-hoo! I test in on the king's climb and get a mount from him. Place the imp statue I found earlier and use the 0.25 second timer to summon imps. Farm for a bit, finally get the obsidian rose and grab the Terraria boots. Yoo-hoo! Then I build the arena, of course not without a few deaths. Here's funny montage. And I made the arena big enough to be sure it'll do the job. Because remember, I only have one change to kill the wall of flesh, since the guild won't respawn in this world. And the last thing I want to do before switching to hard mode is find the shimmer and see there are a lovely couple there. So I'll head west, dig a hole, find the shimmer and place a pylon. So let's go. Things are getting intense. I throw the voodoo doll into the lava and it begins. Thanks for your watching, guys. Yeah. I hope I'll finish editing the next episode by the end of the mouse. Well, in the meantime, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and see you maybe tomorrow. Bye.